Thank you, sir.
And so we are now recording live, so I'll mute everybody for a moment. And all muted. Very good. All righty. Well, tonight we're covering the plan. What's the plan? A man with a plan. You've got to have a plan. And without a plan, you sort of don't go anywhere. And, you know, Isogenics have got a pretty good plan. Their marketing plan's exceptional. The binary system, unlimited depth, brilliant plan. Their product, if your plan is to lose weight, brilliant plan. If your plan is to get healthy, their products are brilliant plan. If you're an athlete and you want to perform at a higher level for a longer period, their products, again, brilliant plan. So there's several plans going on here. And then, of course, we've got the Chatham system overlaying all of that, which is a brilliant plan. So we've got plans layered on top of plans, layered on top of plans. And so, therefore, it's a matter of finding a plan that suits the people that you're talking to. And but we want to talk tonight about the financial plan, making money. Nothing wrong with making money. And the more money you make, the better off you are. The less money you got, the worse off you are. Pretty simple. And in today's economy, if we think that the government's going to be our good friend and benefactor and look after us, you know, you're a lunatic. I'm sorry. You've been drinking too much Kool-Aid. It's not going to happen for you. So therefore, the responsibility for you and your family is now in your hands. Whether you like that idea or not, or you think it's fair or not, that's irrelevant. That is absolutely irrelevant. Right? And so if we are going to take personal responsibility for our own welfare and not look for a benefactor being the government with our pension fund, and the reason we don't have a pension fund is back in the early 60s, I think it was in the early 60s, the government saw all that big pool of money sitting there in the pension fund because 7% of your taxation went into a pension fund. Of everybody's tax went into a pension fund, 7%. And they saw that big pool of money there, and so they thought, oh, we'll just tip that into internal revenue, and we'll use that for other things because the people will die before they're due for the pension. Well, people are getting healthier on one end of the scale, or they're living longer, put it that way. And so, therefore, the pool of money that was going to back up the pension's all gone. And so they're now borrowing money to pay for the pension fund. So that's just not going to work. You can't do it. You can't do it at home, you can't do it in a business, and you certainly can't do it in a country. So from that perspective, the responsibility is yours. Nobody else's, just ours. Our responsibility to look after us. And so what I want to do just for a second is show you perhaps what the potential is for you to look after you and your family. Now, this won't work. This clip will not be of any interest to lazy people. It will not be of any interest to people who aren't prepared to have a go. It will be of interest and hopefully inspiring to people who are highly motivated and can see that this business is going to be a real substitute for what they're currently doing long term and become their primary source of income. And so when we look at this, I hope you see in it what I see. Now, this whole video goes for 38 minutes or something. I'm not going to play that. I'm only going to play a few minutes of it in the middle. I hope I've got it lined up at the right place. So let's have a little listen here. Now, this is Jimmy Smith talking to the guy who's heading up Isogenics UK. And this is part of the interview. And we'll have a little bit of a listen here. I've got it queued up. And here we go.
For 1,500 years, we thought the world was flat until Columbus took 3 little boats and bebopped across the big ocean and discovered America. People lived in a myth for 1,500 years. I learned how to cut meat, thanks to my dad, and I cut meat for 40 years, and I raised 6 children. I educated them. I helped them get married, have their weddings, and everything like that. And in 40 years, I earned a total of $400,000. That comes out to $10,000 a year. I averaged $10,000 a year for 40 years and raised 6 children. I worked really hard, and I'm proud of it. It built my character. My kids had everything they needed. There was nothing extra. Now, I started as an apprentice butcher for a half a cycle, about 25 hours a week. And then I worked 40 years, and when I left that business 40 years later, I was earning the equivalent, maybe 15, 20 cycles at the most, $800 to $1,000 a week in 1983. And I thought I was on top of the world. And now I was introduced to network marketing at age 62. And I spent, from age 62 to 67, I lost money and went bankrupt. From 67 to 74, I made $2 million. I was learning. I was an apprentice. From age 74 to 89, which I'm now, I've earned as a family $57 million. Now just think about this. Put this in perspective. It took, in 40 years, I went from a half a cycle in earnings to about 10 or 15 cycles in earnings. 15 years in Isogenics, I've achieved 850 cycles as an individual myself. 20-star platinum is 850 cycles. And if you include my 2 daughters, who I brought in and built with, it would be 1,500 to 1,800 cycles a week. My dear friends, I'm not telling you this to impress you. Not to impress you, to impress upon you what you have sitting in your lap here. I have 6 children. They blessed me with 28 grandchildren. My son Jimmy didn't think that was enough, so he married a girl with 4 children, so now I have 32 grandchildren. Those grandchildren blessed me with 32 great-grandchildren. Now think about this. Because of Isogenics, because of Pop never quitting, because of Pop's 100% belief in himself, the industry, he could keep his whole family right now in luxury. I could keep my 6 children.
All right. Now, let's have a little look at this.
64 grandchildren in luxury.
Sorry, guys. Now, if we have a look at this and think about what Jimmy just said, right? Jimmy's a man with a plan. Jimmy's a man with the Isogenics plan. When he started as a butcher, as an apprentice, he was earning half a cycle a week. Now he's earning 850 cycles a week on his own. 850 times $60 a week. That's pretty impressive dollars. Get the calculator out, somebody. Go, Hutchie, you pump that out. All right. I'll just unhook Darren here for a second. Righto. What do you got, Darren?
51,600.
$51,600 a week. A week. Now, is that a plan that do you think is worth learning how to use that plan, or do you want to wait for the superannuation and the pension to cut in? Which one do you want to work for? The 51,000 a week, hand, give me a wave, or the pension, give me a wave? No, no pension. Right, okay, good. So we better learn how this plan works. All right, we better learn how this plan works. Now, what we've got to do here is there's a few steps, and it's in here. It's in the GPS. Right? This is your learning document. This is the document that you don't need to read this at all. You don't need to even give it a quick glance. What you need to do is study this. This is your study document, right? You need to study and understand how it works. Now, what we're going to have a look at now is we're going to share the next bit, and that's this bit. Now, this is the compensation plan, right? This is real simple. That's you. You build two teams and you say, Tim, we know this. Yes, I know. You've got a left team and a right team. And you sponsor one person on the left, they do 100 BV. You sponsor one person on the right, they do 100 BV. You become a consultant. As a consultant on AutoShip, you get paid all the bonuses. Now, let me explain this. You could be on 100 BV. You could have downline on 100 BV that you personally sponsored, and you will get paid a bonus. Now, if you are not on AutoShip, you only ever get the bonus of the BV generated by those that you personally sponsored. By being on AutoShip of 100 BV per month, you are then entitled to the bonus of everybody in your downline. AutoShip is the key to understanding and benefiting the plan in its fullest. Without AutoShip, you're only going to get the BV on those that you personally sponsor. On AutoShip, you get the BV on everybody. So if that's you, imagine this. You weren't on AutoShip. You'd only get the BV off these guys in the green, and you wouldn't get any of the BV bonus on all the blue, no matter how big it got. So it's important that we understand that to be on AutoShip of 100 BV per month, right? Now, you need to help your personally enrolled associates to enroll people and become consultants. So as you introduce people, your goal is to help them sponsor their people, right? And then teach them how to teach their people to also become consultants. And as consultants, they just keep building and introducing more and more personals until they become managers and directors. Right? Now, it's really important, right? The manager is when you've got two personally enrolled active consultants, and they can be on the same side. They can either be left or right. They don't have to be one either side. They can be all down one side. Director is when you've got 6 personally enrolled active consultants, and they too can be in the same one-sided team. Now, executive, and we won't worry about this too much, but it's when you have 10 personally enrolled consultants and you've got to have 5 on either side. And we'll cover that later on when the time arrives, right? Now, let's get down here and get this bit sorted. What we have to understand and really appreciate is the fact that it is a non-flushing binary, non-flushing. So no matter how many points you've got left down one side after a cycle's been created, you don't lose that. You don't lose it at the end of the week. You don't lose it at the end of the month. It just sits there and is there then counted into the next week. You never ever lose whatever you've got. Now, you might have one massive big leg down here and you might have hundreds of thousands of points down there. As long as you are on 100 BV per month personal, you'll never lose that. you drop off your, 100 BV per month auto ship. If you drop off your auto ship, you will lose all that side volume. Again, auto ship is the key to having a long-term, ongoing, secure income. We've got to understand the plan. Now, let's have a look here. All right? There's all sorts of bonuses and stuff like that, and right now none of us need to worry too much about it. But think about this. How many hours a week extra would you need to put in to bring in an extra $600 a week? Now, most people today in their jobs can't earn an extra $600 a week. Some can, but most can't. And they definitely can't go out and put in enough hours to go and earn an extra $1,200 a week. Just can't do it. But the plan we've got says, yes, you can. And you can do it just in little pockets of time that you've got available. So let's get up here again. Oops, where we go? Up here. That's you. You can build this side as long as you like and as big as you like, and you can build this side as big as you like. However you build it is entirely up to you. You can build it slow, you can build it fast. The difference is, if you build it fast, it's exciting, and more people come involved because you build it quick. You build it slow, well, I've never seen anybody get excited about a snail crawling across the ground, but I have seen people get excited about a horse race. Just an analogy, I guess. So let's look at this. The biggest problem we've got is not that we don't have a dream, not that we don't have a goal, not that we don't want the money. What we don't want is the pain associated with going out doing the contacting and the prospecting. We're just hardwired not to want that stuff. No. I just want people to like me. I don't want people to reject me. Right? No, it's not right. I'm a nice person. Right? Listen, they're not rejecting you. They're rejecting a concept. They're rejecting a business. They are believing the government or their superannuation is going to cut the mustard for them. It's not. They don't know that yet. They still think they're okay. They still think that it's jobs hanging in there. Now, I showed the plan yesterday and sponsored a couple down in depth. And without being awful, the lady, not a very positive lady when it comes to networking. In actual fact, she's been in the networks a few times. And in probably 25 years, she's never shown a plan. She's never participated in a network. Well, today, she was showing plans, drawing circles, explaining to her son, you've got to get into this, left, right. You only build 2 legs, it's going to be amazing. Right? Now, I've known this lady for a long time. And she's never, ever done it. Right? She's excited. I think that horse is going to run, man. I think that's going to fly. That's no snail program. Right? Now, what about if there was a way whereby I could guarantee you success? Every time you sent out a video clip, the 10-minute clip, to see where to approach people, to show them what we're doing, you would get success. Right? Now, what's success? It depends on your termination of success. Some people are going to say, no, fantastic, it was successful. They're not looking. We just found out they're not looking. We're only looking for those who are looking. Now, let me show you a program. I'm just going to have to alter the focus of the camera. And so bear with me for a minute. There we go. I think we've nearly got that. Hang on a second. Nearly. There it is. All right. Now, I'll show you how to make sure that this business works. You've got to understand the numbers. All marketing is numbers. And if you don't understand the numbers, you're going to be emotionally destroyed by it. I have here a deck of cards. Right? Now, what we've got to look at is the number cards are not interested. The picture cards are product users. They're going to get in and use product. And the aces, they're your business builders. Now, I've already shuffled the deck, so let's have a look. Oops, number card, not interested. Not interested. Oh, product user. Great. Not interested. Not interested. Oh, product user. Now, these are video links we're sending out to people, and they're coming back to us saying, no, I'm not interested. Some are saying, oh, I'll use the products. We're looking for the aces, though, remember? Not interested. Not interested. Oh, look. Here's one. The Joker. Now, let me explain the Joker to you. The Joker says, oh, mate, this looks really good, but look, not right now. I'm a little bit busy. Come back to me in a year. So you hang on to him. You put him aside. You got him a year later. You go back to him. And he says, well, show me the check you're making. And if when you're making $10,000 a week, I'll get in. Not interested. He'll waste your time all day long. Not interested. Not interested. Oh, Lord, look at this excitement. I found a business builder. I got one. Woohoo! So I'm going to put him down here. He's going to build a business. He said, yep, he's out there. He's already contacting people. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. Not interested. When's this ever going to work? Look at all these people I've contacted. I've contacted all these people, and then no one's. I've only got one. I've got a few people buying some product B, but I've only got one business builder. Oh, I got another one buying some shakes. Not interested. Not interested. Oh, some more product users. Not interested. Oh, a business builder. Well, guess what? Now you've got two. One on the left, one on the right. And we can teach him to go through and find his product users and his business builders. But look at all these people I've got. People focus on all this. They don't focus on these two. They focus on what's not happening. Right? Not interested, not interested, not interested. Oh, a product user. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Oh, another one. Wow, now it's cooking. I'm excited now. I got two this week, man. I'm fired up. This is, oh, not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested. Oh, another business builder. Man, I got three. Right? Jimmy Smith said build a team of 3, 4, 5, or 6 people. I got 3. Right? Oh, my mate, the Joker, I bumped into another one of those blokes. Right? He just wants to string me along and pull my chain for a while. Leave him there. Oh, a product user. Another product user. Gosh, I'm getting good at this. Not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested, not interested. Oh, man, I'm in the middle of a drought. This darn thing's never going to work. Look, don't focus on all this. Focus on these 3. This is your money. This is your money machine here. These 3, not all these. This is just sieving, sorting, and sifting. Not interested, not interested. No, oh, a product user, beauty. Not interested, not interested, not. Oh, a business builder. I've got 4. Yahoo grammar. And guess what? If you were to focus on these 4, support these guys with whatever it is they need, your product users, because they'll turn into business. Some of them will turn into business builders. But right now you've got 4 business builders. We know we only had 4 aces in the deck, right? A few other product users and a few more no's. It doesn't matter. This is where you focus. Most people don't want to go through the 40 odd no's to get 4 yeses. In actual fact, every time you send out a 10-minute video clip, it's working. One way or the other, it's working. It's finding those who are not interested from those who want to build it. This is the plan. Find 4 or 5 business builders. Then what do we teach these 4 or 5 business builders? To go through their list of people to find their 4 or 5 business builders. If you will do that over and over and over again, you will make a fortune. You will make a fortune. Now, some of us are hanging on to our list because we don't want to muck it up. We don't want to say the wrong thing and burn those people on our list. Well, let me get the camera back here again. There we go. Right? We don't want to burn the people that we've already got on our list. So we don't contact them. We're not giving these people the opportunity because we don't know what to say. Now, I'm going to throw someone right in the deep end here right now, and he's got no idea that I'm about to do that. But we had a conversation today about a book he'd been listening to. So what I want to do now is I'm going to unmute my good mate, Ben Gardner. Hey, there you are, Benny. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Whereabouts are you?
We're in Albury tonight.
You're in Albury tonight? Yeah?
Yep.
Good. For those of you who don't know, Ben drives tour coaches, and you never know from one day to the next where he's going to be. He's like Ricochet Rabbit. He's all over the country. He can be in the Kimberleys one week and he'll be in, the York Peninsula the next almost. But anyway, Ben, you and I were having a chat today and after Linda's Zoom meeting, and she talked about that book of Big Shriver's, Icebreakers. Yep. Could you tell these guys what you said to me about what was that contact when you said about if the bloke was it could be a gym instructor, it could be a personal trainer, it could be whatever. How did that go?
Well, look, just you could roll up to anyone and have a chat to anyone, and just for argument's sake, let's just say they're a gym instructor. You walk in the supermarket and they're dressed in their active wear and lots of stuff, and you go, "Oh, okay, well, look, what do you do?" "Oh, look, I'm a gym instructor." "Oh, fantastic! Really? Have you seen that YouTube clip on that gym instructor who sort of doubled their income and sort of lessened their hours?" "Well, oh no, I haven't." "Oh, would you want me to flick through a clip for you to have a look?" "Yeah, sure, no worries." So something along those lines. It keeps you out of the. You've got no negative response, because if they say, well. They're not going to say yes, because if they've said yes, they know exactly what's going on, because the video's only been out for 2 weeks. So they're not going to say yes. So they're always going to say no. And then you ask them if they want to have a look at it. And if they go, no, hey, no harm, no foul. You walk away.
Yeah. Yeah, because we know they wouldn't have ever seen the video, because like you said, it's only been out 2 weeks.
That's it, yeah.
And it could be, I'm a mechanic, or I'm an astronaut,
yep.
or I'm a whatever.
Yep.
And so the response is the same. Hey, have you seen that little 10-minute clip on YouTube about how mechanics can double their income? Well, no. Do you want me to send it to you? Well, yeah.
Yep, exactly right. Unbelievable.
It's gold, guys. It's gold. And you can download that as an audio book,
Yep.
Icebreakers, right?
$10 it cost me, and I reckon the best money I've ever spent. Just if you haven't listened to it, you need to listen to it, guys. It's just blow your mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unreal.
And how much was it, Ben, again?
$10.
$10.
10 around about $10, 10.67 or something like that. So yeah, $10.
Yeah.
Goes for an hour and a half. Just brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
So you sit there driving along, learning how to make a fortune.
That's it, mate. Yep. Living the dream.
Living the dream, man. Living the dream. Right?
So,
How good's that?
Yeah.
And every single person you bump into from this day to whenever, you can use that line because that 10-minute clip is gold. But it's not there to convince people to get in. It's there to sift and sort. It's there to figure out which ones these guys are.
Yeah. And the thing is, if you got the time too, you could just sit down and say, look, have you got 10 minutes? Well, yeah, no worries. Have a look at this. And boom, that's your first hurdle out of the way straight away. You don't even have to sort of wait for and try and do the follow-up. Mate, you've got the follow-up right there after 10 minutes.
Yep. Yeah.
Just.
And, on a Saturday afternoon wandering around the shopping centre or car yards or caravan yards or, house displays or whatever. There's no end to it. How fast do you want to put your people in? Excellent.
Yep.
Thanks for that, Ben. I'll put you back on mute, mate. But
Thanks, mate. No worries.
Mate, I was fired up when you were telling me about it. So I've stolen it off you. I'm going to use it myself.
No, that's good. No worries. Yeah, all good.
Good on you, mate. Thank you.
Cheers.
All righty. So, guys, what we've got is a plan. And the plan works like this. You plus 2, them plus 2. You need to sponsor 15 to 20 people as fast as you possibly can. That creates momentum and excitement. And you need to teach at least 4 or 5 of those people that you've just sponsored. Now, some are business builders, some are product users. Those who want to build a business, we teach them how to sponsor 15 to 20 people as fast as we can, right, to go and build their structure. And it's never, ever, 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 ever in the history of network marketing been simpler than what it is today to approach people. We've got that 10-minute little video clip you can send on your phone, right? So we just send it out on the phone, all right? And so what happens is I go into my phone, I go and get my 10-minute clip, right? I open up that because I've got it on the face of my phone, all righty, and it's coming up, it's working on it. And now I'm going to send that out, and I'm going to send it as a message, and I'm going to send it to, give me a wave if you get it. Where am I? Going to send it to that one. I'm going to send it to, and this is assuming I've rang these people, and they said, well, yeah, I'd be interested in having a look and see what you're up to. Where am I? I'm going to send it to that one. There, and now I'm just going to press send. Now, Jerry, you got yours? Right, beautiful. No, not yet. Ben, you got yours. Jerry hasn't got his. Darren Hutchins got his, right? Hang on, I haven't sent it to Jerry. Well, I better send it to Jerry. Hang on a second. So I'll do it again. And now I go in here and I go down there and I go to A, B, C, D, F, G, Jerry Gavin, and I go click. So I just sent one to New South Wales, or two to New South Wales. Jerry got his, Ben got his, and Darren got his. Right? Now, what happens is, let's assume I've just run, because I've got a plan. My plan is to get filthy stinking rich. Right? My plan is to have the tax man chase me harder than he chased Paul Hogan. Right? He'll never catch me, but he can chase, right? So what's going to happen is I rang Jerry up and I said, Jerry, mate, I got onto something that's just been released and it's massive. It is going to be huge. I've got a 10-minute clip on it and I reckon you would love it. I'm going to send it to you. Is that okay? Well, sure. Click. And that's how long it takes. That is as simple as you will ever get the contacting process. And we do not have to explain what it is we're doing in the contact. Trevor Chatham, a millionaire, does that for you. We do not ever have to teach people how to stand in front of a whiteboard and show a plan. Trevor Chatham does that for us on the phone or via email. We have got the best, simplest, easiest way to turn the heat up on this thing that you've ever seen. And the only thing that's stopping you is what's rolling around inside your grey matter. Yeah, that's right, Mike. Yeah, right? And quite frankly, right, if you get out of your own road, you get rich. It's amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. I am stoked. Understand the plan. Now, Jimmy Smith's made all that money basically out of North America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. And now he's got a bit of action in the UK. Okay. There's 80 more countries they're going to open up in. 80 more nations they're going to open up in. But if you haven't got the people sponsored into your group who know other people in other places, and that will just happen as a natural event of sponsoring people, of developing the business, then your business won't go into those 80 countries. But imagine if it did. Just imagine if it did. Right? That is unfathomable amount of money. Right? Not 50 grand a week, 200 grand a week. That's nuts money. That's crazy. But the problem is, you can't see it. You know it's there. And it's okay for other people to have that, but not for you. Right? You're not understanding that you are the right one to have that. There was an advert put in a major newspaper. And it gave a job description. And it gave all the criteria of what the job was. And they were going to pay $58,000 a year. That's not bad money. Right? A bit over $1,000 a week. Right? And they had hundreds and hundreds of people apply for the job. Then they lifted it from 58, same ad, 2 weeks later, same ad in the paper, same criteria, but $108,000 a year. And 2/3 less people applied for the job. Well, why was that? A lot of people can see themselves making 50 grand a year. They can't see themselves making 100. And then they put the same ad in a month later, so exactly the same ad, and they were paying $380,000 a year. They had 2 people apply for it. Why? Because of what's going on in here, people don't think that they have what it takes to earn that amount of money. They don't believe it's right for them. They think that, well, I've never earned that amount of money. I can't earn that. Yes, you can. Change your thought processes about who you are, what you're allowed to have. Guys, this is a learn as we go, learn as we grow business. This really is. And so when we're going through our deck of cards, right, we go through our deck of cards and there's a product user. There's another product user. I'll put them all on the one end here, right? So there's all our product users. And then what have we got in here? We got our business builders, right? So we've only got 4 business builders. We've got a bunch of product users, but we've got all these ones here. See all these? See all them? There's just yards of them everywhere. They're the no's. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do you know why it doesn't matter? Because you found these. You found the 4 business builders. Does it matter whether you get 10 no's in a row? No, because you know that your 4 business builders are out there. You're just getting some practice. You're just getting some practice. Now, I'm going to dump Ben in it. I'm just going to tell him, right? He's a good mate. I've known Ben for a long, long time, right? We go back a long way. And there's been times where I just don't understand why I just can't get it to roll. Like, you know, I know these guys and I should be able to talk to them. And Ben, you're not alone. I've told you that, right? Everybody on this call has got the same issues, right? But all of a sudden today, you found a breakthrough point, right? Now, look at him. He's smiling like a shot fox because he knows he's broken through and the world is sitting out there waiting for him to come and get it, right? Now, here's the thing. You've got to find your breakthrough point. And I hope if you download that book, Icebreakers, and listen to that, $10, right, as an audio book, you'll get your breakthrough point too. It might not be the same contact Ben came up with. Could be another one. That book's full of them, absolutely full of one-liners that you can use to approach people. That little 10-minute video of Trevor's, I don't know how long it took him to put it together. I know he had a couple of goes at it because I had to listen to the first couple and I said, no, we need to change a couple of things. But it probably took him a week. But that little 10-minute video, that is pure gold. But for some people, gold is very valuable. Other people complain because it's very heavy. Now, you can complain because the gold's heavy, or you can go out and experience the value of it. All right? That's up to you. But that 10-minute video clip is gold. Mark, who's just not long come on, Mark sent it out to a bloke. He had to stop looking at it about halfway through. He just got too excited. He couldn't watch it anymore. Right? And so what happens is, if you use it, the plan works. If you build it, Isogenics will pay you more money than you can believe possible. Now, here we are, the 1st of November, not the 1st of October, the 1st of November, right? Now, I wonder what you could do in the next 30 days. What sort of mess could you absolutely create in the next 30 days? Who could you ring up and say, Harry, Mary, June, Bill, I just got onto something that's blown my mind. There is money all over this thing and I'm excited and I'd love you to have a look at it. I'm going to send you a 10-minute video clip and I will ring you tomorrow. How many of those people could you do? How many people could you do that with? And remember, you're going to get a fair few no's. That doesn't mean it's not working. That means it's working perfectly because it's designed to sort and sift those who are in the looking zone from those who are not in the looking zone. See, you don't know whether they're in the looking zone until we send them the clip. And then we find out who's in the looking zone and who's not. And if you send out one a week, man, that's a snail race. If you send out 3 or 4 a day, that could get exciting. If you went absolutely nuts on it and you say, yeah, but I can't do all those follow-ups, it's okay. You got the team around you. We can help. We can do one-on-one Zoom calls. I'll sit up all day and all night doing one-on-one meetings for your people. I'll do whatever you want to do, right? How many people do you think that if you really took a rush at this thing, if you really understood what's sitting there waiting for you, if you understood that between now and the 1st of December, you could literally set yourself up for the rest of your life. You would put the foundation stones down to build a financial empire. And you could do it in the next 30 days. You got to ring the people up, tell them you got onto something, right? Or you could do a Ben Gardner and you could talk to people. I don't care whether they're, a canoe whopper scrubber, right? Mate, did you know how canoe whopper scrubbers can double their income? I saw it on YouTube the other day, right? Well, what do you mean double my income? I'm flat out as it is. Yeah, I know, but you don't have to work any extra harder. What? I've got the link. Do you want me to send it to you? Well, hell yeah. Now, by getting their link, sending them the link, you've got their phone number. You can do the follow-up and you tell them, I'm going to ring you tomorrow, see what you thought of it. Mate, this is exciting. I've already started using it and I'm moving forward with it. All right? Unbelievable stuff. What could you do in 30 days? What the heck sort of mess could you create in 30 days? You know, I'll guarantee if you took a big, deep breath and said, righto, I'm going to set aside half an hour a day to make phone calls and send links. I reckon you probably get at least 3 or 4 out a day. 30 days, 90 links. I'm sure you'd find your 4 aces in there. Send out 90 links. You'd find 4 aces. Here they are. Look at them right up the back. Oh, there's your 4 aces. There's your 4 business builders. If you send out 90 links in 30 days, you're going to get a lot of no's. We're sorting and sifting. We don't know where they are in the looking zone. The link is there, that 10-minute video is there to figure out where they are in that looking zone. Are they in or out? Most are going to be out. We don't care. That's the plan. Don't get disheartened when people go, oh no, I'm not interested. No, not the right time for me. No, I wouldn't do that. Fine. They're not interested. You're looking for your 4 aces. That's all you're looking for. 4 aces. You can build an empire off 4 aces. Just imagine this. Trevor and Linda are going up to Queensland. They're going to do a bunch of seminars up there, and that's great. It's brilliant. Trev's on fire. He's man on him. He's a man with a plan too. But imagine this. We did this for the next 30 days until the 1st of December. Then we help those people we got through the December-January period become the 2nd or 3rd of January. If we got our team that we'd sponsored between then and said, righto, between the 2nd of January and the 2nd of February, what sort of mess can we create? And we cranked them up again. And we did a few more ourselves. Trevor had come around to do some seminars again. Could you imagine the numbers that are going to be rocking up to his seminars? It'll blow his mind. It'll rock his boat. I tried to convince him to put a sign on his caravan, T&C Gypsy Wagon, right? T&L Gypsy Wagon. And he goes, nah, mate, I don't think Linda's going to like the gypsy wagon bit of it, right? Anyway, doesn't matter. But that little gypsy wagon of theirs would be, just burning up the highway. He would be so excited. He'd be passing trucks, man, with that thing on the back of it. He'd be fired up, right? So imagine how you would feel 30 days from now if you found your 4 business builders. How good would that feel? They're there. We know how to teach them what to do because it's here. We don't have to sit down with every one of them and show them the plan because we've got the 48-minute plan on here. So it doesn't matter where they are when you're contacting them. They come back and go, yeah, that's exciting. How does it all work? Well, I'll send you another plan. 48 minutes this time. Right? And so what happens is you can build an empire on your phone. It's brilliant. Now, if you can get with them and do a one-on-one, sit down with them, play the video, great. If not, who cares? Send them the darn thing. There is not another Isogenics business group anywhere in the world that has such a simple system. You do not understand the power of what it is you have in your hands. You just do not understand it. If you did, the next 30 days would turn into a storm. You would be lit up like as if you just caught forked lightning with both hands. Right? The hair on the back of your neck would be standing up. You'd be talking fast, running fast. You would have a grin on your face like a shot fox, man. They couldn't wipe the smile off your face with a yard rake. It would be unbelievable. Right? And the problem is, it's almost too good to be true. It's almost, well, I could park the truck up. I could build the new house overlooking the river, Darren. Jerry, you could turn around to Bev and say, sweetie, we'll buy a house in Darwin and we'll buy one in Sydney too. Right? All that sort of stuff. You know? Ben, you can wave goodbye to the bus. Right? Put somebody else behind the wheel and just say, have fun, boys, keep left. Never have to drive a bus in anger ever again. Never have to put up with day-old salads served up as fresh food. Right? Imagine. And we'd all get together, right? We could meet and just have parties. Why? How? Because when you're making 10, 15, 20,000 bucks a week, you can do whatever you darn well like. You can do whatever you like. Mike, you could ride jet skis from the top of the Darling to the mouth of the Murray. You'd have to do it in the wintertime, mate. The Darling gets a bit dry sometimes, but you could do it, right? Guys, what we've got to understand is we have a plan. We have a very, 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 very powerful plan. It's simple to do, but unfortunately, if it's simple to do, it's simple not to do. It's just as easy not to do it as to do it. I'll do it next week. I'll do it tomorrow. I won't ring them now. It's a bit late. Whatever. Whatever. Right? Guys, the plan is simple. You plus 2. You, 100 BV auto ship. Them, 100 BV auto ship. They find their 2. Right? And away we go. Now, I'm going to have a look at this chat list down here, and I'm not real good at this because I got one brain cell, and right now it's pretty much focused. So let me have a quick read at this. It's awesome. Yeah, good. All right. Now, guys, I got a list of people. I built a new list. All right. And it's the 1st of November. By the time I get onto Zoom with you guys next week, I will no longer have a list. I am going to run through that list like knife through butter. I'm going to cut through that. I'm only looking for another couple of people to work with, and I am going to slice through that list like you wouldn't believe. All right? I figure it's no good me saying to you guys, get out there and crank up your list and get it going if I'm not prepared to do the same. So there was many years ago at a function in Melbourne. We had nothing to do with the organisation of this. The people in our group put it all together. We knew nothing about it until we got to that free enterprise function. And Corinne and I looked around that stadium at the tennis centre, and we saw people walking around with T-shirts with Dwyer fire written on it, with flames coming off the writing. And I thought, oh my Lord, who the heck's done this? And everywhere you look, there was Dwyer fire shirts. This team is on fire, boys and girls. You know what? I don't know how much of a fire it's on, but this part of the team is on fire. All right? Now, I hope I can kindle your fires and get some fire burning for you that it's not just a little grass fire. It's a raging fire. This is fire that's going to burn for decades. They're not going to put this fire out. They're not going to. We'll warm hundreds of thousands of people with our fire, but they're not going to put this fire out. This fire is going to burn. And baby, are we going to burn. I am going to run through that list I've got now. I've only got 25 names on my list, my new list. But by the end of next week, I'll have no names uncontacted on my list. And hopefully I'll have some people sponsored. And I guarantee you I will. But I'm starting tomorrow, and I'm just going to burn the list, right? And I'll get the volume. I'll get the people. Because if I can do it, you can do it. Why is that? Because everybody on my list, I'll show you, where's my cards here, right? I went through a box of cards, and I got business cards. See all my business cards here? Now, I've already checked that all the numbers on there are still relevant. I did a sneaky check, right? Rang up, yeah, there. Oh, no, I'll ring back. Because I didn't want to talk to them right there and then. I just wanted to make sure that they were there still, that the numbers were still relevant. Tomorrow we start on the list. All right? And I'm just going to do what Trevor says to do. Send them the link. Follow them up in 24 to 48 hours. So if I can do that, you can do that. Right? What can we do in 30 days? What can be done? What's possible? What's possible? Is it possible that if you made a real big effort, you would get a different result? Still going to find a lot of no's. Remember the deck of cards? There's a lot of number cards in there, but there are aces. There are some aces. Guys, go find your aces. Go and get your aces. They're in there. Go and find your aces. 30 days. Put down the foundations of an empire. Build a dream. Get a reason big enough to go and just rip into it. Just rip it. Because fair dinkum, The next 12 months is going to come and go whether you get rich or not. You might as well get rich. Why? We got a plan. The plan works. Jimmy Smith, he can look after his 60 grandkids just on his income. Can you look after your 60 grandchildren on your income? Could you look after 5 of them? House them? Feed them? Jimmy can do it for 60, for goodness sake. Now, we might not ever get to the Jimmy Smith level, but we might. And even if we only got halfway, Jimmy's earned Jimmy's family, him and his 2 daughters, earned 57 million. All right, let's say you only earn 10. Still better than the pension. Still better than super. The benevolent government's not going to look after you. I can guarantee you that. Not a problem in the world. If you think you're going to get a pension and if you think your superannuation is going to be worth having, there's a room they've got down in town. It's very small. It's got thick padded walls on it. And they give you a nice cuddly suit that just keeps you all wrapped up, right? Right? You're crazy if you think that's going to happen. It's not. Your future is wholly and solely dependent upon you. Your family's future is dependent upon you, whether they know it or not. 30 days, from here to the 1st of December, right? Let's get this thing done. You ready? Let's go.